Good day, great people. My name is Lorenzo Nava, CEO of Rescogita, the startup grounded on social sustainability. And on this episode of the Sustainability Podcast series, we are going to talk about trends in social sustainability. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. It is a fact that today's buyers are interested in goods that are sustainable, paying special attention to social sustainability. Just look at fair trade or fashion, a clear example where consumers demand goods produced taking into account labor rights and against exploitation. There is a general demand out there that crops are grown sustainably and farmers rightly compensated. And the process is environment friendly, that chicken laying eggs do not sow in cages. And this demand is on the rise and even becoming affordable, as in the past they used to be so costly that only a few could really afford it. And that motivation has two main drives: my planet, my health. Nevertheless, the understanding of social sustainability seems something that has been given to a very small niche of city planners and architects and appears to be limited to that. And of course, it is a lot more than making physical places for people, perhaps not even always succeeding. Think tanks, academia, and policymakers have been going crazy for the last 30 years, trying to find a balance to match economic, environmental, and social sustainability. One part claims it could well be that they automatically balance themselves without the need of models and further research, especially as time is running out. It is simply time to act and enact. Another part instead claims that they need to be carefully balanced in order to prevent them from harming each other. Martin Christiansen presents the metaphor of three siblings: economy being the older brother, well respected and dominant; environment, the outspoken younger sibling; and social is squeezed in between the two of them. Although more and more discussions and projects are coming to the conclusion that sustainability is not just recycling and renewable energies, nor it concerns exclusively with the climate crisis. It is that and more. The tangible change can be felt in the motto of the UN Sustainable Development Goals: leave no one behind. Starting to stress also the importance of the quality of life, gender, contrasting inequality, and generally social and individual well-being. The climate crisis is bringing along plenty of social crises, which need an immediate answer, from migration, from now inhospitable and barren lands of the earth, to uncontrolled, unplanned urbanization, just to mention a couple of them, which demand social, sustainable solutions. Without that, mere interventions on the economy and the environment will not be enough. And actually, social unrest may very well harm the other two processes and bring them to a standstill. There is still a need for a renewed commitment from communities, civil society, private and public sectors concerning social sustainability towards inclusive and healthy societies where individuals are empowered towards their potential while keeping in mind future generations. There is a need for policies on equity and equal opportunities to make a new social contract that includes confidence building in institutions and mutuality, grounded on reciprocal respect and social cohesion. From primary schools to workplaces through urban planning, in an ecological fashion, as taken into consideration the personal benefit, that of the community and of the biosphere, with a long-term perspective. The challenge ahead are social equity and justice, social cohesion, social capital, inclusion, quality of life, and livability, and what each individual and sector of society is called to do, specifically in each one of those areas. What new economic indicators can be developed for business that include elements of social sustainability? This has already been extensively studied concerning the ecological footprint and is bringing massive changes to day-to-day business. And more is yet to be done. Imagine an agreed and widespread checklist of indicators showing how a company or an institution respects the social sustainability standards, enacting practices of social safety, of work-life balance, of fair labor, and so on. Sounds like a challenge, a necessary one, which can result in attributing the right attention and resources into it for a social and, why not, also financial one. Return beneficial to all on the short, medium, and long term. A simple example can be upskilling and reskilling employees, up to providing trade training to disadvantaged social groups, otherwise destined to live on the margins of society. It is economic development that journey to society through social development. And when we talk about social sustainability, we are talking about people first. Addressing urbanization, as 60% of the world population now dwells in urban centers. We are talking about social systems and how they interact with each other, as well as democratic systems where opportunities are available, and so on. Social sustainability is present. It is a perceived and real need and want, and there is an increasing awareness and consciousness about it. A desire to live in sustainable societies. A simple example can be that of a waste-to-energy plant in a European city that generates only steam. And the construction was blocked by angry local citizens concerned about health and pollution, which would actually be greatly reduced by the presence of this plant. And that is a classic result of an environmental sustainability physical infrastructure that did not take into account social sustainability in terms of establishing decision-making, participatory processes, education, and empowerment in order to make informed decisions. And there can be thousands of more examples where environmental or even economic sustainable solutions have been disrupted or made inefficient due to a lack of social sustainable processes which are enacted in parallel. And for this podcast and article, we want to give a special thanks to Martin Christensen and Lynn Dibal, who inspired this production. So, we hope you did enjoy this episode and looking forward to seeing you again in our next chapter to step by step uncover the meaning of sustainability and what it implies. And remember to follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn as Rescogita Path to Reality and on our website www.rescogita.academy. And by all means, get in touch. We love feedback and interactions. So, wherever you are now, please take very good care of yourself.